previously. You have be set on a mission to collect ingredients to create a cure for the Oasis crab of the Caban family, a gargantuan crab that has a whole ecosystem on its back. It's been ill. As part of a deal with the Caban to free Vigari's family or come into terms of negotiation with Vigari and her family, you agreed to cure this crab. You managed to gain your freedom and your right as for free citizenship in Al-Kut through arena fights. But upholding your word, you decided to continue and assist with this crab regardless. Hazel dove into the Nar to look for kelp. That would be one of the ingredients for this cure. And you were also asked to go into the Wadi Island, into one of the memorials of a Senshi warrior, Hatamoto Mahi, that had a black lotus, purplish lotus called the Black Lotus. You are remaining, you still need to get quartz that you know that the Eldritch family has. And something that's not necessary but helps a lot in this cure is the addition of spice. Specifically, spice in the cure as it is fed to the crab while it's regurgitating bile. You enlisted the assistance of Mr. Snuggles to collect 400 gold pieces worth of spice. After having fought this weird plant, starfish, octopus creature from the depths, knocking Hazel out of her seahorse form, and dealing with an altercation of the Verdoran cult that you'd not seen in a while that was at the Wadi Island. They were trying to steal a sword from Hatamoto Mahi. You managed to stop them, save one of the guards. You were questioned and then released, and they said that they would potentially find you. You gave them the address of the Burkitash that you were staying there. After collecting the Lotus, you made your way back to the Cabana Estate, where, as part of the deal of the arena victory, was being able to speak with Ruik for as long as you please. Sabir having killed Ruik, you are now presented with his corpse. You went into one of the stables. Shun decided to take a moment and maybe reflect a little more on whether or not he wanted to use Hazel's Speak with Dead token that was gifted to her by Kalaim to see if he wanted to actually use 5 questions on Ruik. You made it back to the house, back to the mansion, I should say. And Hazel and Sabir, you two decided to take a little rest in the afternoon, kind of chilling in the house. Shun went down to the kitchens to get his mind kind of straight at the enjoyment and joy and thirst for blood that he's been feeling, and just decided to do some simple prep of ingredients, peeling potatoes, chopping carrots. And we pick up at the Cabana Estate. Shun, you're in the kitchen, but we'll come to you. Hazel and Sabir, what are you guys doing?
I'm just in the room, like, resting after I had given Shun the token to, like, give him some time to himself. I'd gone to the room, and I'm just, like, resting there.
Okay. Sabir, are you with her, or are you exploring the grounds? You would know. So here's, in case Hazel, you want to change anything. Qaid Nasir is nowhere to be seen. Diron Furkan is walking around the house. You guys spoke to Court Representative Kazem, their human court representative for the noble family, to go to the Eldritch to negotiate maybe a sort of deal where they can collect quartz on your behalf. so that you guys don't have to necessarily. And you would see a number of servants running around, and also Vagari's family is out training animals. Primarily her dad. Her mom's resting. So, Hazel, does that change anything for you?
No.
Cool.
Would me moving around, because I would like to take a short rest.
Yeah, you can take a short rest. No.
Okay.
You're not actively walking around the house having conversation. That can be all part of a short rest.
Okay. In that case, I would like to toss Vagari's area in the room. See if there's anything left behind. Anything.
I'll make an investigation check.
Investigation. 18.
Nope, nothing. She and Pugy took everything, and they left with Elise. They did leave without saying goodbye that morning.
Thank you. Damn it. Damn it. I wonder what their father is up to. And I will walk and just kind of maybe like at first on the outskirts of like the training grounds for the animals, just kind of like not wanting to be awkward. Just kind of slowly approach.
For sure. So sorry, I'm preparing something real quick. So you walk around outside, you see that there's a number of people that are tending to animals. You see kind of like servants dressed in simple robes, and they have but elegant, like well taken care of, some leathers that are like training all sorts of like horses, camels. Some of the more experienced people, you see that they have like a mark on their arm that shows their higher station. You can kind of assess that they're dealing with like more complicated animals, tigers, lions, things that are like a little more monstrous as well. And you can see Egvaith. Egvaith is off in a training field alone, and you can see that he's just dealing with like a horse, and the horse is in this pen, and it's very like not happy, clearly not broken, and he's kind of instructing some of the servants there on like, you know, what you got to do, how to show him who's boss. You see him hop into the pen, and he just like starts to approach the horse, and he like grabs it, jumps on, and just tries to like hold it down, and eventually like calms it down, and then he like brings in volunteers, and he kind of does this for a little while. So this is what you're observing.
I'll kind of move closer to the horse area, but kind of keeping an eye on the more experienced guys for now, on how they're. I'm assuming you said lions and tigers and bears.
Yeah, I mean there's like a variety of people that are handling a number of different animals.
Just trying to see if there's any of them being especially cruel to any tigers or lions.
Cruel?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
$23.
23. Cruelty is not the word that I would use, but there's definitely a younger trainer that's handling a sort of like, from the best of your view, an adolescent tiger, clearly out of its element, not this part of the world, not from this part of the world at all. But he's clearly like overusing force. The tiger submitted and he keeps going. And it's make an insight check.
21.
21. He's overdoing it, but you can tell that it's out of fear.
I'll kind of look over at Igfaith. Is Igfaith doing, or is he still working with the horse? He hasn't really.
I mean, he's now at this point stepped out, and there's other people that are going in and like taking their turn trying to break the horse. And the horse is like mostly broken because of Igfaith's work, but you can see that like the horse respects him. It's still fighting against the other individuals.
Gotcha. I'll start walking towards that adolescent guy.
Hey! What are you doing?
I'm training this for the arena. And you see that he's got like a whip and he's got like a stick. And the tiger just kind of like tries to reach out, and he just like hits it with the whip, and they both take a step back from each other. And the tiger's like, bringing his shoulder, like trying to walk around, giving him the eye, and like, going in like a circle. And he's kind of going around. I'm kind of busy and this is very dangerous. What can I do for you, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I would first drop the whip.
Excuse me?
Drop the whip. If you truly want to break this animal, maybe you should get some confidence in yourself.
Make a persuasion check.
$13.
I think I'd rather not while I'm in the actual space with it.
Okay. How about I take over then?
Okay. And he's gonna like back out, open the gate, and close it real quick behind him, and like hand you the whip.
And I'll grab the whip, and I'll also grab the stick as well.
Thank you. You do not mind if I give it a try?
Please.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and coil the whip, and I'll just set it on like a post, and then I'll open up the gate, and I'll put the stick also by the gate as well, and I'll just kind of close it in and just kind of like lock eyes with the tiger.
The tiger locks eyes with you. You get down to like its level.
Mm-hmm.
It like crouches down a little more. Its shoulders go up behind it, and you can see it kind of moving its shoulders behind, just kind of eyeing you. Like the whole body is moving. His head is static still. His eyes locked on yours.
Now, this is not something I've ever done before, but... Hey, I am not here to hurt you. Maybe they are, but I am not. I know what it means to feel caged. Please. You can rest easy now. I merely wish to step in your presence.
Make an animal handling check. Straight.
$9.
You like crouch down. You kind of like take a half step forward. It backs up a little bit and just roars a little bit.
It is okay. Maybe I am being too forward on this. But I am not using a whip. And I am not using a stick. I am merely coming to you. As feline to feline. Is that okay?
Doesn't quite understand you.
Mhm.
Like it can hear you talking and you got its attention, but it's not changing its behavior at all.
In that case, I will use my daunting roar ability. No, I'm just kidding. I will try to let out maybe like a subtle roar. I'll try to more along the lines of like her.
What are you trying to convey?
I am trying to convey that I am not a threat.
All right, so you're gonna try to like purr or something. Make
Yeah.
a
I start
Say
making
with your
biscuits in
chest.
in the
in the
start
ground.
making yeah, in the ground.
I'll say you can
Wet
choose
nose.
either performance, persuasion, or animal handling.
Okay. Animal handling it is. Ooh, another 18. 21.
21 will be sufficient. The DC went up because you're trying it again, but yeah, 21 is sufficient. It kind of relaxes a little more, and like it doesn't move, but it leans a little forward and like tries to take a sniff at you.
I extend my palm. The live
like,
one.
It sniffs it, and then it like gives it a lick, and then like brings its head under your hand and like rushes up against you. And you can feel and hear this giant motor purr from inside.
And then I immediately start scratching behind its ears.
That's it. That's it. Again, I am your friend. I am not here to hurt.
That was amazing.
You see what you can do without a whip and without a stick if you treat these like your own.
I appreciate the lesson, Mr. Sabir.
Look at Igfaith over there. Does he come at all animals? Like you?
Not all. Depends on the animal, I suppose.
You're caging a wild beast, are you not?
I suppose we are.
If you were to meet this wild beast out in the wild, how would you try to get it not to eat you? Out of fear?
Guess it is a question to ponder. I'm not really sure. And you can see he's kind of confused. He's like trying to wonder, like, what is your line of questioning? Like, I guess I have to think more precisely about what I am doing when and with what, with whom. Yes.
Yes. In a sense. More along the lines of anything can kill you. And is it not better to have allies of these beasts? If I were to come at you with a whip, would you not be fearful and want to attack me?
I suppose I would.
If I were to come at you with an open hand, would you come at me with greetings?
Perhaps more likely than if with the whip.
That is what I mean. You feed these beasts, do you not?
Yes.
So there already is some nurturing involved.
Yes, but the creatures they need to be broken in and trained up. So we
Do
we
they
are-
now? Do they need to be broken? Or can they be harnessed?
Whoa. Harnessed. You see, he kind of like looks up at you, like wide-eyed, like. I did not think of it this way. You are very wise, sir.
I do not like to see cats in cages.
And immediately, like, he fucking, as he's looking at you and the white, like, tiger marks on your face, he immediately gets, like, beet red, like, looking at you, looks at the tiger, and is like, yes, I can understand that, sir. Like, realization
try.
dawns on him.
Give it a try and have confidence in yourself. If you
Thank-
show fear, they will act upon it.
Thank you,
If
sir.
you show kindness,
I shall try my best, sir.
And I'll walk out of the cage and I'll just kind of I'll take the whip and
You'll take it away from him?
yes.
Well, okay. I would very much like that to at least have a little bit of preparation.
that is why I left you a stick.
Okay. He takes the stick a little bit, and then he, like, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion 19.
He grabs the stick and then puts it back down, and he steels himself, and he, like, tries to imitate, like, basically what you did. He's gonna roll with disadvantage because he's been whipping this thing for the last, like, 30 minutes. I'm gonna say that 13 is enough. The tiger, like, approaches him, gets a little, like, and then he goes to react, and then, like, steals himself a little more, and he just, like, doesn't become aggressive towards it, just kind of like, hey, it's okay, I am. And he gets down and starts doing biscuits on the ground. I'm just like you, it's okay. And then the tiger kind of, like, watches him, and then you see that he, like, puts his hand back out, and then you're gonna say
I try to lock eyes with the tiger again and just kind of give a nod, a reassuring nod.
it looks at you, and then it looks back at him, and it just kind of, like, sniffs his hand, and then takes, like, a step, and you can see that he's kind of like, it's okay, and he, like, pets the tiger, and the tiger, like, does the whole, like, purr thing.
And then I'll walk over to Igface's stall and just kind of watch.
So you can hear that he's in the middle of a lesson, or he's at this point, actually, he's rather wrapping up. So always respect the beasts that you are training, that you are trying to connect with. You must show authority, but also respect. We are not above them. They are not above us. Go. That's not his accent.
It happens.
Ah! Sabir, it does happen. Sabir. How are you today?
I am doing fine, Igfaith. How are you?
Little saddened at the departure of my daughter and my new son-in-law, who I barely got the chance to meet, and one of my youngest daughters, at least. But happy that she will go and see the land that she's from.
Pugie is one that takes getting used to. Over time, of course.
He's an odd one, isn't he?
Odd is not how I'd put it.
How would you How would you put it?
Very. What is the word? Excitable.
Excitable.
Yes. If it is something that he wants, he. Is all in.
Well, commitment is good in a son-in-law.
Yes, very. Otherwise, I think you would have had a revolt in the kitchen or in the dining hall.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Did Vigari happen to say goodbye to you?
Yes, she came to me and her mother and her sisters early this morning before the sun came up. Have you spoken to Zara? Have you spoken to my wife?
No, I have not. You are the first time I'm out here for the first time. We've been doing other things to help you.
Right, with the crab.
It is going pretty well. We have 2 more things to get, but after that, hopefully, we put you in good standing with the family.
Well, I do appreciate your assistance in this.
Well, I want to keep my word to you and to Vigari.
And he like kind of takes a few steps over, puts his arm around you, like claps on your shoulder a little, and is like, "Well, I appreciate that. My daughter's Davin." He like pulls you in a little bit. But I am curious. What are your plans? Walk with me. And you see that he picks up some ropes and leathers and stuff from the side of the. Oh my god, I cannot think of the word fence. Like puts it on his shoulder and starts walking towards like this other structure, not the main house, but this additional structure that looks kind of like a sort of dwelling of some sort, but not as grandiose. You can assess that this is kind of like where some of the servants live. He starts walking that way. So what is it you're looking for?
What do you mean?
Well, my daughter's found a husband, made her way back home. She may be coming back. What is it that are you on a journey of some sort?
In a sense, I guess a newfound journey. Are you a religious man?
I respect and listen to the ancestors.
Do you know of the Kintrish gods?
I know of them, but I do not believe in them, so to speak.
It appears that one has granted me their favor. So I assume that my journey will be finding out what that is. I do not know myself. But we have a heading.
Heading. Well, being a selected of the gods, big responsibility. Are you
I
prepared for
guess.
this?
as prepared as I'll ever be. The God has now what I assume has kind of weaved his way into my life.
Well,
More. We will get to the heading. I find out more about this Sabnu character, or God rather, and I do not know where it is there, or where we go from there.
cannot say
There
I've
are a
ever
few.
heard of Sobno.
He is apparently the God that watches over the dead.
I didn't know the Kintrish gods had a god of death. I wonder if he's anything like Grillbok. Grillbok is one of the Vlastan gods of death. Where I am from,
Well,
my culture.
maybe in my travels I'll meet them. Or
Yes, that would be quite interesting if you do.
maybe they could have a chat.
It would be quite interesting if you do.
After that, I do not know where my path takes me. If it is to find people from my past, that is fine.
I have found that going into the past is not always the best thing. It's always better to look into the future. But everyone's journey is their own. You guys
Even
are.
if you were wronged.
I mean, that is up for every individual to decide. If I maintained my hate and anger at the people who put me where I was, instead of thinking about my family and the future and those that I cared about, I would not be in the position I find myself now.
Are you saying you calmed yourself?
I'm saying that I've learned to fight and kill when it is merited. I've learned to prioritize.
In my eyes, it is very much merited. I just hope that I am strong enough for when that day comes.
Let us hope that you are, should it come.
And maybe
Yes.
have some of Agari's strength.
Yes, she has plenty to spare. And you guys approach kind of like the dwelling of the servants. We'll take a break here. Hazel, Shun, what are you guys up to?
Shun's chopping carrots and peeling potatoes and just lost in the literal and metaphorical sauce.
Fair enough. We'll come back to you then, Hazel.
Hazel's resting, or I am resting, but also I want to write a letter to my mother.
A letter to your mother. Okay.
Mhm.
You're gonna use the sending scroll for that?
Yes, I guess so. If that would be like
You
the
can-
normal way that I would converse with her. It doesn't need to be like immediate necessarily.
If you use the sending scroll, it will get to her immediately. And she'll be able to respond in however long it takes her to respond. Whether it be 5 minutes or a day, it's up to her. But this
Okay.
is the sending scroll that was given to you by Kalaim. Or rather, by Talith.
Right, that only has a maximum of 25 words though, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I think I'll do a traditional letter then.
So you're going to write a traditional letter and you're going to, mail it to your mom?
Yes, if there's mail.
To the hidden secrets society of druid elves that live in Kaya that nobody in the world really knows anything about except a very few select extremely specific scholars
There's
and
an
individuals.
I mean, I was hoping maybe one of them worked for the postal department. I don't know. Like, I hadn't thought that far. I was honestly, literally thinking, I was like, maybe I could send it with a bird.
Animal
That was
Messenger is a spell and it does work for 24 hours.
Yeah, I just don't have
How many
that.
miles?
Oh, wait, I do have Animal Messenger.
Yeah, you do. How many miles between here and Kaya?
I have no idea.
It's too much.
I'm not good at geography in this world. I'm definitely not good at geography in Stagen. Okay, never mind.
No. Write the letter. Write the letter. Is that what you've been crafting this whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. No, keep writing your letter. Keep writing your letter. We'll come back to you.
I can change it up into a send. How many times can I go back and forth with a sending scroll?
Ascending works once. So you can send it
Okay.
once, and then she will reply, and then that's it. But you
Okay.
don't... You can write a normal letter, and you can also use the sending scroll. I don't know how we're going to get that letter to her. You're going to have to figure that out in-game, but...
True.
Attach it to a bow, shoot it up at the sky. Call it a day.
All right, I'll think on it then. I'm
No,
gonna
keep-
finish writing it.
Yeah,
and
write your
then-
letter.
Okay.
All right, and Shun is still lost in the sauce. Fantastic. Sabir, you are walking with Egvaith and you make it to the dwelling. You go down some corridors and you go up some stairs and you go up a second set of stairs and then a third set of stairs. So you're on the 4th floor. This is a fairly large thing. The, I guess, penthouse of this smaller building is entirely the Githikanaki's apartment. And so Egvaith opens in, and you see Zara there. She's holding, rubbing her belly that is carrying baby Amy. And she's just kind of chilling with her daughter as well. Yenny and Amy, 2 daughters. No, Yenny. Yeah. Amy's in the belly. Yenny. So she's chilling with Yenny, who's playing on the ground. And she sees you, and Egvaith. Sabir said he has not spoken to you today. Oh. Right. How are you, dear? And she pats the seat next to her.
I am doing fine. How are you, Zara?
I am bittersweet. My daughter comes back into my life for a day and leaves the next.
Yeah. Bittersweet. I heard that she at least talked to you before she left.
Yes, she came to say goodbye with Pugie and to pick up Alice. And she left this for you. And if you would like to take a look at your Discord. Did it send?
I doth not believe so.
Okay, I'm going to text it to you.
Okay.
Because if it's not sending on Discord, I don't know why it wouldn't. But let me text it to you real quick.
Okay.
Oh,
And she hands you rolled up piece of paper.
I take it. Just
thank you. How how is the baby coming along?
Kicking. Any day now. Kicking hard. It's like she has 4 legs and 4 arms, just like hitting hard.
That would be a sight to see.
Terrifying.
Yes, well,
Like a
this
little baby
family is
spider.
terrifying. We've had our fair. You know, Vagari was actually had a spider friend.
Chief. We said
Yes.
goodbye to Chief this morning as well.
Very adorable. Sean never thought of him as adorable. But
There is
it was pretty funny.
beauty and terror in every animal. In every living creature.
No, I was telling Igfaith earlier, but I wanted to talk to you as well. The job, so to speak, we are coming to its fruition, and hopefully, if everything goes well, us, Sean, Hazel, myself, can leave this place, at least knowing that the Kaban will look favorably upon you.
We will appreciate this.
I'm sure that already happens.
But you've already
You
done
won't.
so much for my daughter.
I have kept her alive.
And given her her freedom.
I did not do such things.
You helped.
You should see the way she fights. It was more of she kept herself alive. I just patched up the failures.
But I don't know if I would enjoy seeing my daughter in danger. And she looks at her husband.
It was more so they were in danger of Vagari. Vagari was the danger.
Yeah. I believe that.
Once she gets running, there's no stopping.
The fearless runner. My fearless runner. She left this for you, and you, the paper in your hand. You can see that it's like scrolled up, and as you look at it, if you unscroll it, it looks like it was folded, and then like unfolded and then scrolled, like wrapped up.
I will unfold the note.
I mean, if you want, you don't have to right now. It is a note written in Vagari's handwriting.
Good God, good googly moogly. What a. That's probably why I didn't send. Needed to be a,
Amanda wrote that, not me.
okay. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 paragraph?
She wrote it.
All right, I shall read this later.
She had mentioned that it would be too painful to say goodbye to you all in person. She wanted to slip out. She does feel bad about that.
It did hurt. Quite a bit. But I am glad that she was able to say goodbye to you. I just wish I had that memory.
I'm sure you'll see her again at some day.
But the scroll, it serves as a memory enough. I must get back to my friends, but it is good to see you. And hopefully next time you see me, we are curing the crab.
I shall hope so.
Stay strong.
And I kind of pat the belly.
And you go to take your hand away, and she like grabs like your wrist and just like holds your hand there, and then you feel like a little kick, like a strong like boom, kick.
Ah! Ow! Holy shit. Yeah.
She is strong.
Yes. Jesus. What a great fighter she would be.
Yeah. Let's hope she isn't.
Better start training.
Hmm.
Have a good day.
You as well.
And I'll walk out.
Cool. You make your way back to the house. Hazel's been in the room writing. Sean, you know, is in the kitchen. Anything in particular you want to do? Talking to you, Severe.
Oh no, I am good.
Okay.
I'll probably just go back to the bed and sit down.
You come into the room. Hazel's there. Sean, you still in the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see Hazel at a desk writing.
Oh. What you doing over there, Hazel?
I'm trying to write to my mother.
Is it going well?
No.
Why not?
I have like 2 pages worth of stuff to tell her. But I need to condense it down, and I'm not very good at speaking in, like, you know, minimal amounts of words and sentences.
Yes, writing to a loved one can be lengthy. I always hold on to my letters.
You mean you don't send them? Or you mean you hold on to all the ones you've gotten?
I have no one to send them to.
You could send one to Vakari.
I could. But the ones that I have written for my mom and for my dad.
Oh.
I just kind of unfurl my satchel and I'll bring out like a wad of like wrinkled paper. Just
Writing is hard. Most of these are half written and mean nothing, but when I get time, I like to just scribble down what I've done. So maybe if I ever were to see them again, I can tell them about what we did,
Oh,
what I've done.
that's so nice.
Well, I mean, that is what you're doing.
Yeah, but I've never had to write a letter before or communicate to my family before because I've never left before. So I've never received a letter. I've never sent a letter. It's all very odd. The whole idea of it is kind of strange. But I need to talk to her, and this is the only way I'm able to do so.
How do you expect to get the letter to her?
I don't know. That's the problem. There's no mail where I'm from. There's no letters. There's no outsiders, except for other druids that are from other communities. But that's not really an outsider. It's kind of different. I mean, technically they're from somewhere else. But totally different. But, like, there's no strangers.
No, but there, I'm sure there can be a courier or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We've never talked to anybody, or at least I've never talked to anybody that wasn't a Kaya druid that wasn't there visiting. On occasion, other women would come and visit, and I would talk to them when they were there, but I don't know anybody else outside. So the whole idea of an outside world was always so odd to me until I was here doing all of this, and now it seems so odd to try to talk to them again.
What if you had some sort of communication with your mom or somebody you know that could maybe do like a meetup spot to get the letter to her? We used to trade food or any provisions that we had that we may have won, favors or anything like that in the arena, and we would sometimes leave something for trade at a specific location, knowing that the other person would come by and grab it.
How do you know? How do you communicate to that other person to take it somewhere? Like, how do you find these people?
Well, we were all in the arena, so kind of no really way about it. We were there. But I meant maybe if we had magical means to say, hey, is there a place that you would like the drop, as we called it, to happen?
It's definitely an idea. Could do that. Or something like that, I guess. I don't know. I guess I should have tried to talk to her sooner. I feel like I'm struggling so much because of the contents of my letter. I haven't even thought about writing home this entire time.
What if you started out simple?
Yeah. I could do that. I have my first draft here. It's about 2 pages long. It's got a lot in there. But then I have a second draft. It's so much shorter. But I should have already tried to talk to her. I don't even know if she's alive.
I don't know if mine is either. But that is why I write the note.
Yeah. I guess I'm scared to find out if I just immediately send it and she doesn't respond. Guess I'm scared to find out if she's dead or worse, hates me.
Yeah. I can see how that can be tough.
Feels like if I just send it off that maybe there's a level of denial there. Because nobody's tried to contact me. Nobody has tried to make sure I'm okay. Seems weird.
That is weird, especially a circle. Aren't you guys connected? Tight, as they...
Yeah, but when I decided to become a wildfire druid, that's when it all changed. So,
That is not accepted in your circle.
no.
Did the other one... What, did they teach other magic?
They basically, you can choose any other circle aside from being a wildfire, but you're not allowed to be a wildfire because that's just the rule. You can't be a wildfire, and there's no one to teach you how to be a wildfire druid. But I did it anyways, because
You rebel, you.
yeah, you know, I did it. So there's no one to teach me. So that's how I ended up here, looking for a mentor. But as time goes on, it doesn't seem very easy to find a mentor. And they've made no effort to see if I found one, or they never made any effort to help me find one. They just sent me on my way.
They could have ran into some problems.
Maybe.
How long has it been?
GM, how long has it been?
Been about 4 months, 5
It's been-
months.
It's been like 4-ish months. It kind of all blurs together now that I don't have a home.
If time blurs for you, time surely blurs for them.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. I just figured maybe I would try to figure out who my father is, and that was kind of the contents of my letter. Because, you know, I've just been thinking so much since we got here, and I watched Bagari with her family, and how much her family loves her. That I don't know if my family loves me like that.
3-4 months. I did the math.
That is... That is hard, Hazel. You have to have hope, though.
I guess. Maybe just try to be optimistic that maybe they don't hate me. Just can't find me. I don't know. You know, they have a whole secret society. It feels like they'd be pretty good at locating people. You know?
What if you were to use one of the scrolls on somebody that is not your mom?
I could, but I feel like I have to talk to my mom because I want to ask her who my dad is. So, I don't know if anybody else would know who my dad is. I would assume somebody would, but I have no idea.
You could ask a question to the person that you know to see that if your mom was around, and then get confirmation that your mom was there, to then send the letters, to then get the answer.
True. I could send it to my grandmother.
That is excellent.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. And then I don't have to ask how my mom is. But maybe I should ask how my mom is. I don't know. I don't know if I want to know how my mom is.
How will you get your answer?
All right, well, what do you think about this? This is what I have so far. So, the abbreviated version that I have, basically, I just told her, I said, today a blind man said, Mother Tears father. What does this mean? Who is my father? Where is he? Does he know I exist? Hazel. See, that's why it was 2 pages before. It's a lot to put in 25 words. But
Sorry, to clarify, in case I said it with like a too bit of a raspy old man's voice, the tears of your father will save your mother, is what he said.
oh,
And then he disappeared. You turned back to look at him and he was gone.
okay. In that case, we can scratch the first part. I figured that out. So, I was gonna write a letter to my mom asking who my father is, where he is, and if he knows I exist. But you think I should write it to my grandmother?
Well, you were so scared if your mom would not answer.
That's true.
I was merely trying to see if there was a way to work around that.
No, I think you're right. Because my grandmother will respond either way, I think. So, okay. I like that idea.
Have you seen Shun?
Would I have known that Shun went to the I think I thought
I think
talked to
I think you both
Shun,
know that he
right?
went to the kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah,
merely asking.
Oh, I haven't seen him since we separated. I've been up here just resting and writing.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if he came back or anything. But if he's still in the kitchen, I'm sure whatever he's cooking up is going to be delicious.
Oh, I bet it's gonna be so good. I'm almost hungry for dinner. With all of this writing, especially. But I feel like as long as he's in the kitchen, chopping and cooking, he probably still has a lot on his mind.
Yeah.
So what did
The
you do
most-
today?
Oh, I went down to the stables and hopefully put confidence in a man that was trying to use fear as a weapon. And I talked to Igfaith.
Oh, how did that go?
It went well. Zara's doing well.
Good.
Whatever is growing inside of her is going to be a monster for sure.
A baby?
Yes. If it is anything like
Yeah.
Vergari, that
That
thing
is
kicked and
true.
almost broke a finger.
Yeah. Oof. Man. Can you imagine in a few years there's just going to be 4 Vagaris running around the world? And who knows? They've already got 4. They could have like an unlimited number of Vagaris. That would be amazing.
If I were ever to see a tribe or a nomadic group of them roaming, I would run the other way.
Oh,
They'd
would
close
too.
the distance.
yeah. Ooh. That would be scary,
Yeah.
but also really cool.
Yeah. But that is pretty much all I did. I talked to them, and then I came back here.
Well, I'm glad you got to talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cathartic in a way.
Is it helping with Vagari leaving? Being able to talk to them and have them around?
It almost feels like she never left. But I also wanted to let them know we were closing in on the job. To
Oh,
let them
yes.
know we were not leaving them high and dry.
Right, the crab. Oh, we should probably. Do you think we should go down and check and see what's if there's any news on the courts?
Maybe. Maybe stop by the kitchen, see what smells are coming out. Maybe take a peek. Maybe
Yeah.
on the way. I don't know.
I think that's a good idea. I think I'm just gonna write this first, and then we can head out.
Yeah, of course. Take your time. I'll just
Thanks.
walk around.
If I send this now, like if I write it and send it and we leave, will the response be like, if there is a response? Like, will it just wait for me when I get back? Like, is it fine? Or is this like a
It
time
comes back to you
sensitive?
wherever you are in the world.
Okay. Okay.
Or I think it actually also transcends different planes of existence. So if you send it from the prime material plane and you're like in one of the elemental planes, it'll still come back to you.
Okay. And will it be like just like a private letter that I'll then receive?
It will come to you. Yeah.
Okay.
You're the one that receives the letter. It like poofs away from your hand, and then it'll arrive. I mean, these were given to you in case you needed to contact Kalaim for whatever reason, and then Sabir was telling Talif, like, you know, if there's anything else that we can do. And Talif, I think, gave you an extra one, Sabir, to contact them in case you guys ran into the Verdoran or knew anything more about them.
Oh, so we don't each have one. We only have
No,
two.
you each have
Okay.
one, but I think Sabir is the
Okay.
only one that has two because he was like, well, take this so you can contact us in case you need some more job. And she's like, I'm just going to give you a second one, and if you run into the Verdoran, which is what we're investigating, let me know.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I
Just
thought.
as
I
a
thought
little
we each
reminder
had
for
one,
y'all.
so- Yes.
Mm.
Thank you. Because I thought we each had one, but if we didn't, then I didn't want to like use it without the
Yeah,
Shun has used
I'm
his.
group.
I'm showing that I have 3.
Did Vagari give you hers?
Well, that would be mine and then both of Sabir's, right? If there's only 3 left.
Well,
Possibly,
that's
'cause
his inventory. You should have one in your inventory. So, you may have gotten another one for some reason. I can't remember why, but that sounds
I remember
right.
I remember I tried to give them off, and then they were like, "No, we don't want it." So then I just took them back.
Yeah, I think there was. You should have. To my knowledge, you should have two. I'd have to go back and look, but to my knowledge, each of you were given one. Kalaim had left that morning. Talif gave you each one, and then you were trying to give one to Talif. So it's like, hey, contact us. And then Talif's like, tell you what, this is for you, like as a continuation of like your accomplishment of bringing Mercury back. But if you really want to help us, she gave you a second one to contact her, or
Okay.
anybody else in Kalaim's group.
Okay. Then I'll just
Except
change that to
Faleda,
2.
because you haven't met Faleda yet.
Got it.
So each of you should have one. The only one who has used theirs is Shun. For a very good reason. And was not responded to.
Yet.
I'm sorry.
For what?
Being left on red. That sucks.
Okay, the message got across.
No? Let me see.
There's a little text box that appears in your mind. It's like message read. You're like,
Every once in a while, I'll just see like ... and I go. I'll
and
like
it stops.
I'll hear a.
every smile is just a.
Furious scribbling. Erasing.
I'll just walk around the area while Hazel's writing a note.
you walk around, as I explained, there are art pieces all throughout the estate. There's high walls, columns throughout the entire building. Clean marble floors, sandstone walls. There's paintings, and you can see that there's like artifacts that are like out for display. Statues, busts, all sorts of stuff. And then the estate is like covered in like, or by the reflecting pool, there are palm trees on either side. If you go to like the main entrance of the estate.
Gotcha.
All right, I have my letter ready to go, or my sending scroll ready to go.
All right.
So
Let's read it.
It's gonna read Na. That's what I call my grandmother. N-A. How is Mom? Who is my father? Where is he? Does he know I exist? I love you both very much. H.
Can you type that to me, please? Did you write it? Did you handwrite it?
It's
just
23.
Yeah, send me a picture so that I can like
I can text it. Do you want me to just text it to you?
Yeah, great. I mean, if you wrote it in text, sure. I thought you were writing it on like
I did, but I can text it really fast.
Okay. Well, you can also okay. All right, fair enough.
I don't
okay.
know if you can read my handwriting because
Yeah.
I scratched through stuff multiple times while I was
Gotcha.
thinking and then like trying to make sure I have my word count right.
Okay.
Every scratch is just a.
Text it to me, and you don't immediately get a response, but I'll go through it and take a look. See.
I just sent it to you. So
Let me see.
that's okay. I don't need an immediate response if, you know. I'll just
Yeah,
sit
that's-
here and keep checking my like imaginary scroll to see if it's been read, see if it was delivered. It's fine. I don't have anxiety. And then I'll just
So-
follow Severe out once I finish my letter.
For the first time in roughly 3 to 4 months since you left the Kaya Druids, you make your first contact or attempted contact with
Well, I'm a
your
terrible daughter.
now estranged grandma. Fair enough. You guys walk about the estate. We're gonna cut to Shun really quick. So at this point, it's mid-afternoon. I want to say like 2 or 3 p.m. ish. So preparations for dinner is starting to happen. Shun,
They
you're
have
off in a
plenty of veggies.
with lots of veggies prepared. Shun, you wanted to like focus on just like kind of reflect and your meditative process of just like, you know, preparing vegetables. You went off into a small corner, kind of like to be unseen in the kitchen. Now, not that there's like a hidey hole that exists in the kitchen necessarily, unless you go into like the pantry, but you're preparing food, so you're kind of like where the rest of the staff is. We're gonna have a scene, and at some point, Hazel and Severe will come in. So, you're preparing, you know, cutting carrots, going through. There's this family there that were like peeling potatoes and stuff next to you. After a while, the kitchen continues to go about. The smells start to get a little higher. You can feel the heat from like the stoves and the cauldron starting to cook and all that. You see somebody walk in very neat, like pressed white cloth, like a chef's uniform, you know, with a cover. I forget the name of it. And you see that it's a woman. She's an Ergonasi. She has sky bluish skin. She has white hair with a pixie cut. So well, not so much a pixie cut. It's shaved in the back, and then her white hair kind of like flows a little bit from the top and droops over the sides a little. And she walks in, and you can see that she starts inspecting kind of like different stations. She goes through she looks at somebody that's like preparing a sauce. She like takes a spoon, tastes it, grabs some ingredients, and like hands it to the person. You see that she gives them a little direction. She goes through. She's looking at. She like gets down, looks at the fire, and you can see she kind of like grabs a poker, brings the person down, and like shows that she's like moving the fire kind of set. And you can tell that she's like setting it a little more evenly, and she like creates like a little gust of wind and just like pushes it underneath, and you can see the flames kind of grow a little bit. And then she like puts her hand above and like sucks a little wind, and you can see like the smoke that was formed. She kind of like sucks it out and puts it out through like one of the what you assumed is like an air duct. And she starts going through each one of these stages, and at some of them she just kind of like looks over, asks an unintelligible question you can't hear, and then just kind of like nods and, you know, continues checking it out. She gets close to your station, notices you, looks at your work, and then just like continues. And she keeps making her rounds through the kitchen. You can imagine that this is kind of like the head chef. Not that you've ever worked or been in a professional high standing kitchen, but it's pretty obvious, like you understand what authority looks like, and you know, she's the man.
I'm just chopping. I got my bucket. I've gone through an entire sack of potatoes. I have everything like placed inside of these different things. I got some in water. There's some for roasting. There's some for boiling. There's some that are cubed, halved, chunked, quartered, matchstick. And then you have the carrots. And then you have the celery. And then you have the onions. There's a lot of onions. And Shun at this point is put on a sweat. He is that low affect. There's no more furrowed brow, just typical Shun.
Make a cooking utensils.
14.
14. Not bad. Fairly well organized, fairly well chopped. Not bad at all, especially for the amount of work that you've put in.
A lot of the earlier ones are.
Yeah,
more
as your
hacked
hand
than
got
diced.
into the groove, it worked out. Fair enough. Okay, she's not going to approach you. She's just going through. She looked at your handiwork, and then she just walked away. Hazel, Sabir, you guys make it down to the kitchen?
Yes.
Cool. Shun, you see that Hazel and Sabir kind of lean their heads in through the kitchen entrance. And you guys see Shun in the back. He's very distinguishable.
Oh, Shan.
Yeah.
What you making?
Making?
Yeah.
The prepping.
Ooh, what you prepping?
Potatoes, carrots, celery, onions. I was about to get started on some mushrooms that I saw back there. They actually have a little alcove. It's really nice.
What do you use all of that to make?
Well, you could make a lot of things. You could make a stew. You could make you could roast. You could fill.
Ooh.
You could saute, sauce. You could fricassee. You could. I mean, it really goes on. It's. Are you hungry?
Did you say you could make a roast out of it?
Well, you could use them individually to. Would you like a roast, Hazel?
A roast sounds great. Sabir, does that sound good to you? Oh wait, no, you're over there. Sorry. Sabir,
Okay.
does
Well,
that sound good?
Just the waft of onions, and just Sabir's just crying, but looking away.
well.
Yeah.
hold-
Yeah,
well,
that sounds good.
What? No.
j-
It's fine. I'll wait till dinner.
Well,
Honestly,
I
the
could
food
do it-
here is too good. All of a sudden, I'm gonna get plump.
It's fair. Well, I mean, okay. I could do a chicken real quick. It'd take about an hour, hour and a half.
An hour? Who knew cooking took this long? No, that's okay. You keep doing your thing. I'll just wait till dinner. It's probably, not that far away. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thanks, though.
Sure.
Are you gonna keep chopping, or do you want to go, walk around or do something?
I feel better. Let's go walk. Or
Cool.
something.
Yeah.
Or something. We were thinking about going in and checking in on the status of our courts.
Oh shit, we have to do that still. Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah.
We could take a walk first, though.
No, it's fine. Unless that is what you were doing, I'll just go and wash up and... I mean, it could be nice. I've never been able to be in the city for too long without feeling like I'm going to be taken over. Or killed. Or captured. There was this one time I thought I was going to get eaten. But it's a story for another day.
That seems like a very interesting story if you thought you were going to be eaten.
Yeah.
We could always try our hand at the market before close.
Yeah, okay, why not?
Only if you want to.
We're already gonna be out in that way, why not?
Sorry.
Residual mushrooms, sorry.
You guys still have I think you had like 5 hours each on it. It might be coming to an end at this point, actually, because you guys took it earlier in the morning.
Shake in, shake out. A little shake and bake.
Yeah.
In that case, I would like to, right before it's gone, use mine to tell Shun he wants to make steak for dinner. He wants to make steak for dinner.
I am thinking that we need to have steak for dinner.
Wow! What a great idea!
So, I looked at the meat locker, it's pretty good, but... Let's go check out that market. Maybe we can go back to that guy who had the boneless meat.
Yeah, well, maybe the guy next to him.
Maybe the guy next to him. Okay.
And as you guys start to make your way out of the kitchen, people are still doing some stuff, and you notice the head chef here. You notice that she's kind of been observing you guys a little bit, not fully staring. She's doing her things, but she's kind of every so often kind of glancing at you, listening in a little bit, looking at y'all, and then going back. She picks up a piece of bread, crinkles it a little bit next to her ear. And then she and it's on and off as the conversation's happening. And then as you walk out, she kind of looks at the three of you and just gives you a little bit of a nod, and then gets back to her tasks.
Do you normally make that much veggies? For a normal meal? That was like a mountain.
Again, prepping, but no. I had a lot to deal with.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is quite a mansion. Probably a lot of people that need
Yeah, I'm
food.
sure they'll have a party and use it. It's fine.
Before it goes bad.
I'm sure they're used to waste. Or they
When
give it
I
to
s-
the animals outside.
When I saw the head chef nod, I'll just smile in response to her nod, and then I'll just follow Severe and Shun as they're having this conversation about food. I'll just kind of follow behind.
Cool. You guys make your way out of the kitchens. You get out of the estate, past the reflecting pool and the palm trees, past the guards and the archway, back into the city. We'll take a short break here. we're back. Okay. You all make your way out of the estate and make your way back into the city. You head towards the market once again. The lavish murals and depictions of gods and epic battles that adorn the alleys and streetways of the Kasser Heights lend themselves in diminishing grandeur through the Sahel district into the Tanur quarter, where the market is, or that the market district borders. And you come back once more to the sounds and smells of a grand bazaar filled with all sorts of goods and voices yelling over one another at the height of the afternoon trade. What would you all like to do?
I would like to take Hazel and Sabir to choose their cuts of meat for dinner.
Okay. Make your way through the market. You see, let's see.
The smoking crowd.
You get to this area that has basically a lot of the markets are in hallways, in alleyways, and there's like stands in them. But then you get to this sort of like square that has a number of different like tents all throughout. Some of them have different jars filled with like jelly and jam. Some of them have like spices. You see that there's like glass containers that have like cork tops. Some of other places have like lanterns and lamps, and you see that there is a market here, that a stand here that on three sides has like a bunch of different cuts of meat, and there's like whole like pigs that are like chopped, prepared, and hung around at the top, and you can see there's a great big half-orc butcher, and he's like, chopping preparing some meat on a chopping board and expertly putting it into like a cloth bag, handing it to an assistant, and like they're trading in and out. So he's got like three people around him that are handling each side of the stand, and he's just like hearing them talk about what the order is, and he's just like grabbing, chopping, and prepping. Some of them are grabbing stuff from directly in front of them and putting it in a cloth bag, handing it to people. And yeah, you wait your way in line. What can I get for you, friend?
Okay, I have two of my very own little ones here, and they are going to pick their very first cuts of meat.
Very first, excellent. What are we looking for? Are we looking for a camel? Are we looking for a horse? Are we looking for a cow? Are we looking for something from the Nar? What do we want?
A cow, I think.
Cow, fantastic. We have a chuck, we have a flank, we have a round, we have rib, we have a shank. Well, sorry, the shank is the lamb.
A big piece.
A big piece. All right. May I recommend the rib? This is the fantastic, juiciest piece, central piece of the cows. Highly recommend. Or if you want something a little more tender, the tenderloin, the sirloin, back here from the back of the cow near the ass. Very good. These are also quite juicy. My personal favorite is the skirt. Not necessarily the nicest cut of beef, but in my sense, plenty of fat. Excellent.
I'll take the juicy ass.
Top sirloin it is. And for you, sir, what can I get for you? You look like you would like the round or the shank. Trust me, your teeth, your fangs, I got you. And he like reaches, like you hear him like say round and shank, and he just like opens the bag, and over his shoulder like two things go into the bag. He closes it, hands it. 2 gold for the pieces of meat. And for you, my horny friend here, what can I do for you?
Nothing for me.
Fair enough. 2 gold for the whole pieces.
I'll hand the 2 gold over.
All right, mark it off. All right, next.
Sean, is around good?
It depends on who makes it.
Okay, fine. I will rephrase the question. If a certain someone by the name of Sean were to make a round steak, is that a good one?
Yeah. You could have picked better, but you know, it is what it is.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming from you, so I know it's going to be good.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything else that we need to look for?
There
The
are
steak?
plenty of spices if you wanted to use. I mean, Shun, you would know that the kitchen is fairly well stocked, but if you wanted to get your own supplies, I mean, you have your bag of spices, but there's a number of things here as well that you can access.
Well, I suppose what do you all want specifically? You know, I can make whatever you like. I just need to know. Is there things you do not like?
No.
I never really had a chance to choose.
Neither did I, and that's why I want to give you that option. I'll make whatever you want, as weird or as basic. Tonight is your night.
I think sticking with just the round is fine.
Okay. I think there might be
And-
some potatoes back there that I can roast. I don't know.
That sounds
mean,
good.
I could
There
also
was
do
a
some
mountain of them.
sauteed onions, some sauteed mushrooms, maybe some greens. I did see that they had some. They had a lot of greens in there, so that was nice. Some veggies. Do you have my spice back? They did have. I think they have everything that we need.
Is there any spices here at the market that you would like?
Glancing
go-
through,
Yeah.
you can see that they have dill, tarragon, oregano. You recognize anise, allspice, annatto, fennel, bay leaf, cumin. They have garlic in
Wikipedia's list
powder
full.
form. You what?
A Wikipedia's list full of spices.
A Wikipedia's list. I'm just going through.
Yeah.
Just a guy in a trench coat's like, I got what you need.
Well, so assumedly I'd be able to recognize at least several of these from inside the thing. Is there some that I didn't see inside the pantry?
Pantry's pretty well stocked.
Then I'm good.
And you have your bag.
Yeah, then I'm good. No, not today. I think we're okay. Plus I have my little bag. And it's just wonderful. It's been a blessing. Sometimes I just like dip in and taste. Oh.
You just eat the spice right out of the bag.
Know your enemy
I don't
and
think we
everything.
should say it like that here. Apparently, that's a sticky topic of
Salt
conversation.
and
You
pepper
can't just
is
talk
not
about eating
illegal,
spice.
Hazel.
Salt and
Now,
pepper.
tarragon? Okay, listen, if I anything know about tarragon, okay? It is a crime about how expensive that shit is. Okay? Saffron? Don't even get me started.
You say these words like they mean something.
Oh, they will one day. You'll know. Truffle. Know that one very well. I've yet to
That
cook with
one I
it,
know.
but oof. One day. I have a recipe in mind.
Maybe they have truffle back at the house.
If they did, it is probably under lock and key.
True.
I guess we'll just have to go find it.
Yeah, and if we break into a cabinet for
Spices.
Whoops, I was looking for the butter. How did that get there?
Butter can be held in cabinets behind keys.
You never know.
Nothing suspicious there.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know, there's a dream of mine to open up my own restaurant.
Really?
Yeah. I just want
Where
to
would
farm the land and cook. That's all I want to do.
Where would you want to open your restaurant up?
Yeah.
In your school. It'd be difficult. It'd be very cold. But yeah, I want to make
But one
delicious
meal by
food
one
for
fire.
everyone.
Well,
What is-
I know if you made a restaurant, or you opened a restaurant, I mean, if I was there, I would eat there all the time.
You would have your own table right by the kitchen.
Yeah, that would be great.
How long have you had this dream?
Since I was a boy. My mother, I used to cook with her. That's where I kind of got my skill. I'll never compare. Never. Okay. If you think I'm good, woman, things she can do with very little. Yeah, she, even when we didn't have a lot, she would always feed, everyone that came and asked. And so I told her, one day, Mama, I'm going to have a place where everybody will become and free to eat. And it will be delicious. It will not be that stuff they give us in the lines. So, one day, I will make a restaurant, and I will feed everyone who wants food. And then I will fish and sit on my ass as I watch the sunset on my farm.
Do you have
Wow.
a catchy name for it, or is it a secret?
I do have a name, but one more secret that I will keep for
All
myself.
right.
I thought we didn't have secrets anymore.
Well, like Sabir mentioned, I don't think he would understand the name. It is, it means a lot to me.
That's a fair point.
One day I will tell you.
Well,
The-
you'd have to, because I would see the restaurant.
Well,
So, I'm gonna
I would
find
tell
out.
you, like, the week or the month before it opens, we would have it. We call it the soft opening, right? And so everybody comes in, and we do. We got to get the rocks first. If we do not get the rocks, then it does not matter. If I die, it does not matter. We have to get this stuff done first. Okay?
True.
Baby steps.
Baby steps, I get it.
Yeah.
I would like to look around the market to see if anybody is selling anything I could have as a pet.
There's just a cow being pulled behind a shed. There's a guy with blood apron.
It's the half orc, just like, all right, next one.
I think his name was Pat.
You want another pet?
Well, I don't have a pet.
Yes, you do.
I do.
It's a fire elemental that you can summon at will.
Oh, well, yeah. But, like I want something that doesn't do anything. That just, is there. Like a
Barks.
pet.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sure. There's a pet shop. There's
I forgot to feed this thing for 4 sessions.
Hey.
What do you mean it can't swim?
you can get a ferret named Sprinkles.
Do I have any other options?
No,
Are
no,
there
no.
any
I'm making a
That's it.
reference.
Um,
There
I
is-
didn't get it.
There, it's fine. It's a little tip of the hat. There is a place as you continue through the market. There is a place that has a number of cages. A guy selling exotic sort of animals. You can see that there are some tropical birds. There's parrots. There's songbirds. You can see that there's like a toucan in there. He has hedgehogs. He has ferrets. He has weasels. He has porcupine. If you want something a little larger, he's got a few dogs. He's got cats. He's got lizards, chameleons. He's got snakes.
How large are these lizards?
There's varying sizes, so you can get something the size of like a monitor lizard, or you can get like a tiny little chameleon or a gecko, like a spotted gecko.
I think I
about a
would like to
skink?
buy a hedgehog.
There's hedgehogs. There's pangolins. There's sure, okay, yeah, you can buy a hedgehog.
Okay.
A prickly little ball of spines for the young lady.
Thank you.
Certainly. All right, that will be 2 gold, please.
Okay. There you go.
Very well.
Yay. Question. Do you have anywhere around here that sells little cute outfits for them? Or like a little bed? Or like anything like that? Oh, and yeah. Like any supplies?
Certainly. And you see that he like leans over. You see that man over there? He may be able to tailor something for you. And you see this
Oh wait, this
this
way.
this guy
It's Stuart Martha.
that has like what?
I was like, it's Stuart Martha.
You see that there's a guy that's got like fabrics and stuff. He's got some clothes and like there's nothing that's like hedgehog size, but ask him and you may be able to commission something from him.
Thank you, kind sir. I will. I'm going to walk over with my hedgehog.
You see this guy, he's got like some pins in his mouth and a bracelet, like one of the cushions that you kind of put pins in, and he's like sewing something and like, you know, he's grabbing, you can see that he's sewing like a pattern into a piece of cloth, and he like pulls and cuts and, you know, he's making this beautiful design. What can I do for you?
Wow, that's pretty. I was wondering if you could make an outfit for my hedgehog.
Puts it down,
This
pulls
is
out like a measuring tape, like the roller ones. What kind of outfit are we considering for this little creature here? What
I don't know,
what's their name?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I probably should have asked.
He like
Oh,
grabs the feet. It's a boy.
He's a stud, isn't he? I'm gonna have to think of a name. But definitely I'm thinking green. I'm thinking he would look really good in green.
To match Mama, certainly. And so what?
You're a good
Thinking
boy.
like maybe like a little vest, maybe a little fez.
Oh, a little vest. Yes, he would look so cute in a vest. Shine Sabir, wouldn't he look so cute in a vest?
Thinking
Yeah. Vests are great.
a green
Very
vest, forest green vest, maybe some golden filigree on the seams, and
Don't forget the red.
tint of red. Yes, thank you. This the red man understands. Tint of red to match Mama's hair.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Okay, come back in 1 hour.
Okay, thank you.
2 gold for the material, 5 gold for the labor.
Do I pay you now or when I pick it up?
You come back in an hour.
Okay, thank you.
And he sets his stuff down and he gets to work.
Guys, what do you think I should name him?
Oh, and Sabir is off looking at like the dogs Just kind of lost track. Just
Oh, names. What speaks to you? When you look in this animal's eyes, what do you see?
Just a pile of cuteness.
What about Pilo?
Cute. Little pillow. Yeah, it's kind of funny because it's like the opposite of a pillow.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you like that?
It like closes in a little bit, and like the spikes come up.
Is that a yes or a no?
It
I
just
think we're gonna
stays.
have to get to know each other better.
Make an animal handling check.
I was just picturing like the spell catapult.
Oh, I rolled a 19 plus 6 is a 25.
You gotta do enlarge reduce first.
It like curls up into a little ball, and it kind of like sticks its like nose out, and then like sniffs around, and curls up again. It seems comfortable and happy.
Okay. You're a little pillow then. How cute. Did I just hold you like this? Maybe. I don't know. This seems pretty comfortable though. Are you hungry?
It like brings its little nose out again, and like brings its legs out from under the ball, and then like
Okay.
is looking around.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Let's go find some food for you. Did you know Shun is a great chef? Q are not gonna be hungry at all. But we'll get you something here first before dinner. And I'll go look around for something that a hedgehog eats. I don't know what they eat.
The souls of the
So
damned.
Tiff doesn't know. Hazel knows that hedgehogs primarily eat insects.
Oh, okay. Live ones?
They like grubs. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's true.
Oh,
They
well,
also
never mind. I
like,
guess we're not going to be splitting
Dead,
dinner.
rotting carcasses.
Hedgehog diets are omnivores. They will also eat carrion, eggs.
Dead, rotting carcasses. They're kind of badass.
Fallen fruit. Yeah, they're little scavengers too.
They like to get a little drunk.
Worms, beetles, slugs, caterpillars, earwigs, and millipedes primarily.
Devouring at the speed
Alright.
of sound.
Slimy
Well-
yet satisfying.
I'll look at the ground and see if there's
Hakuna
any
Matata.
insects for my little hedgehog to eat.
You find a place that's a little further away from the market, and you druid craft the smell of like rotting, or you get closer to like the meat. Sorry, I'll say this. You get closer to like the meat. You start to druid craft the smell of like rotting flesh. And you can see that like some maggots from like flies that are on like the worst pieces of meat start to kind of crawl towards the smell of the rotted meat that you druid craft, and so now you have a number of grubs and maggots to collect from.
See? Look. I'll just pick them up.
It very happily slurps them down.
You got a baby bird it.
No.
No, the fuck I don't.
Hazel's crazy, but she's not that crazy.
Oh.
Anything for you, little hedgehog.
Little pillow.
Sabia.
Little pillow.
see
Yes,
you
Sean.
eyeing- I see you eyeing the dogs. Do you have a favorite one?
There's a couple of
Yes.
dogs here. Some of them that have like really short hair. They look like they're like racing dogs, like greyhounds. Some of them have like wiry hair, kind of like Jack Russell's or Schnauzers. Schnauzers kind of have short hair actually. But yeah, not a whole lot of selection. He's got a little bit of everything, not like a whole lot of one thing.
Yes, I do have a favorite, but it is not here.
Well, what does it look like? Maybe we can be on the lookout.
Oh. It's a small, medium-sized dog. Very wiry, but long-haired.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Just good memory. I do not think the dog is here anymore. Many years have passed.
Yeah.
It was very cute. His name was Whiskers.
Whiskers?
Yeah.
Was it a magic dog?
No, as a cub, I could not say Whiskers.
Ah. Whiskers. Okay.
Yeah.
One of my sisters
I
had me
love that
lisp for a while. The speech thing.
The front two fangs took a while.
Yeah, big, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a good dog.
well. We will be on the lookout for the second best dog. And if it happens that Whiskers is still around, even though it might not be so, hey, it is a boon.
Yeah.
But, you'll have to regale me with stories of you and Whiskers sometime. Perhaps tonight over dinner? Love to hear about it. Him, her, Whiskers, boy, girl.
It was a boy.
Ah!
Yeah. Of course. Let me find a story worth telling.
Sure. Well, we should
I'll
probably
just
get
walk
back
away
to
from the dog area.
Yeah.
You what? You're gonna go back to the dog area?
No, I'll walk away from the dog area.
Gotcha. So sun is kind of starting to start to go down. Markets are starting to close up. You planned out that in the evening time at some point, you're gonna get together with Mr. Snuggles for the spice. Are you guys gonna go to the Burkitash?
Should probably go back there for the interrogation. They come by anyway, just to say we were there. Even if they don't show up. And then meet up with them at the same time.
Up to y'all. I'm just letting you know what the situation is. Giving you reminders.
Do y'all want to go?
Sure,
Sure.
we can go and then we can come back and I'll grab the vest for Little Pillow after.
Okay.
You make your way through the marketplace to the Burkitash. The simple wooden door opens into the open air courtyard, and then into the temple proper. You sit at some cushions off in the corner. You wait there for a little bit, and then you see Mr. Snuggles come out. Clearly somebody went to go get him. Hey there! So, I did manage to snag some if your ingredient that you're interested in. No need to pay me the extra 100. I was not able to get the full 4. But here is 60 grams for the 300.
Oh, wow. This is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
How secretive do we need to be with this?
With the amount that you have, I'd be very, very careful.
So, like, split it amongst the 3.
Maybe just put
Sure.
it in the bag.
I always forget you have that.
And I'll just-
So cool.
I'll put it in the bag of holding.
Cool. I rolled for him. He was able to get you 60 grams. That's going to bring the DC down by 2.
All right.
Just curious, have the police been by?
Nope, not. Why? Why would they be coming by? I just gave you 60 grams of ice. Why would they be coming by?
Oh, you know, it's so funny. Sabia,
Hmm? What?
why would the police be coming by?
I do not know.
Is there something that I should be concerned about? I don't really generally like the guards of the city sniffing around here. Scheherazad's not going to be very happy. What's the situation? What did you guys do?
I, Steve, do not remember why.
Well, you see, we have a habit of helping while also not helping ourselves. And, yeah, so there was an incident in getting one of the other ingredients. And it turns out that the guards were like, hey, where are you staying for the night? And they didn't believe the first thing that I told them, so then I told them that we would be here, which is technically not a lie. So, just wanted to see if they had shown up, asked where the red guy and the red-haired girl and the lion man were, and... Well, we're gonna head back to where I told them the first time.
Wait.
Mhm.
So,
This is a temple of priests.
yeah. Okay, it should be fine. If they show up asking about you, what would you like me to tell them?
Tell
Or
them
us
that
to tell them?
what I told them the first time was the truth. We're staying at the big house up the way. And that we were here to check in and they were not, and that,
You said that you were staying at the palace, which is
I
not
said
true.
the big house up the way, you said the palace.
I clarified, like, the palace, and you're like, yeah, the palace.
I said big house up the way.
There's many big houses up the way.
Ah,
It's very
I-
vague.
Yeah.
Mansions,
It is.
palaces.
That's
It's
the
huge
point.
to us.
That's why he's like, the palace? Like, and you're like, yeah.
The big house up the way, yeah.
Oh my God.
What do you want?
Well, it was deception because the person
I'm
understood
trying
the
to
palace.
Be deceptive. You made me roll a deception.
Okay, all right, cool. As long as we were clear, I thought you were
Oh,
telling me
yeah.
like it shouldn't have been a deception. No, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I understood correctly. Okay. So I'm gonna direct them to the Kaban estate. Then,
Sure.
okay.
Of course.
Well, I'll bring this to Scheherazade. And why would they be? You helped? How exactly?
Kept someone from dying. Found a sword that was taken and made it not be taken. You know, simple stuff.
All right, I'll talk to Scheherazade about this, and we'll figure something out for you. Cool, great, fantastic. You have a good night. Stop helping people.
Trying to.
Are you going to stop helping people?
I don't help people.
You helped me. You
I
helped us.
did a job for you.
That is helping,
That's not helping. That's paid labor.
but it helps.
Okay, I'm glad it was able to also assist you.
Do you guys think we
Thank
can be paid for all this stuff we do?
Yep.
Huh. That would buy so many more vests.
Yeah.
Should we start marketing ourselves?
Well, we do have a name, but we might need to workshop it.
Yeah, the Jalavantiers, y'all are gaining some notoriety.
Oh, that one. I thought the traveling had. Never mind. Long story. Anywho.
Oh, now we have more validity.
See? Cover.
Yeah.
God, you are so smart, Hazel.
Thanks.
Should like work on our marketing or something. Like, you know, like if we had like an outreach for like socializing, that would be awesome.
Sign all of our letters like at the traveling merchant.
Create like a platform. Need to find a soapbox.
Then birds so that they can tweet about it.
Oh my god. Like instantly, like a telegram.
Like an instant telegram. You all make your way back out. You go back to the tailor, collect Pillow's vest and fez. So he's got a little green vest with golden filigree embroidered into the darker green edges, and then there are notes and hints of red embroidered into the edges as well. And he's got a little green fez that you can put on his head.
Well, if that's just not the cutest little thing I've ever seen. Makes your eyes pop. Thank you so much, kind sir. There's your gold.
Very welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Beautiful work. Ah, magnificent.
You all make your way back to the Cabana Estate. You arrive, and you see the court representative, Kazem, human, with darker skin, with very fine robes. Ah, the Jalavantiers, welcome back. We were able to strike a deal with the Eldritch, and he signals, and one of the servants comes in, has a coffer, not too big, like a little chest about maybe a foot across, and opens it, and it's full of the quartz. Would this be sufficient for your cure?
Is it the crystal that we need?
It is the crystal that you need. Based on the description you have, to the best of your knowledge, yes. It's white quartz.
May I inspect it?
Certainly.
All right. I pick it up and I'll shine it directly I'll move it directly towards the sun.
All right.
Does it
you set it up
shine like
against
it's
this-
supposed to?
Yes, you set it up against the setting sun on the horizon. You do see the glint of blue that and silver that it's supposed to have. Silvery blue.
I think this should do nicely, and
I'll put it back in the chest.
Excellent. So we have everything that we need then? Would you like to complete your task today or tomorrow?
task.
Curing the crab?
Oh. It's up to Sheldon and Hazel.
I think we should go ahead and head down there and try to help cure the crab as soon as possible.
Agreed.
Very well.
Question. You said deal. what was the other half of it? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, they need beasts of labor to facilitate their excavation operations. We are to supply some of these such creatures. It's not the worst deal, but it will be something. The contract is stated for a very long time.
Okay.
I'll step back.
After you. Is there anything else that you require?
We're going to give it the best shot.
Okay. You all make it outside. Word gets around, the crowd gathers. You see Egvaith and Zara there. You see that Nasir and Aniya are present. And they're all standing around. And Nasir steps forward. So, you have the cure.
We believe so.
So what is the process? What are we doing? What are you going to do exactly?
Didn't we have to feed this to him while the crab is eating?
While the crab was vomiting.
The spice part is the vomiting, but
If you're adding the spice to the ingredients, it is most effective to feed it while it's vomiting. It's most effective. It's not necessary. It's most effective.
So you
okay,
make
but only the spice part. Or
You're
the
gonna
whole
make the whole
package.
thing.
Okay.
So if you
and
mix
then-
the ingredients together,
Mhm.
you're gonna have your cure. And you feed that to the crab. If you add the spice, you feed that to the crab. If you
Okay.
add the spice and feed it to the crab while it's vomiting its bile, it makes it more effective.
Okay.
So there's basically
I was
3 levels. There's 3 levels of difficulty here.
I was picturing like the main ingredients go first while it's eating, and then we throw the spice at it while it's
No,
regurgitating.
it's all together.
Okay.
I mean, you could do it separately, but I don't know how effective that'll be for you.
Here's a quick overdose for you.
We
And then you
break
also
up the
know,
material.
you remember all the parts of what you need to do for this, right? Where's our note
Nope.
takers?
I think the note taker that took it is currently with baby.
So there's another aspect to this, which is when
Yeah,
you feed it, it's going to undergo its molting, but it's too weak to molt,
You gotta
so it
crack
needs to be assisted in its shell breaking.
Got it. So feed, help molt.
So we have a strongest help to crack the shell.
Who are you
Someone
saying this to?
In general. Strongest to crack the shell. Quickest to. Or most comfortable with the animal. To feed it the bolus. Was there anything else?
I mean, the crab is so big, there could be multitudes of people help
Yeah.
molt.
Big Faith, maybe. This guy. Point to the elephant man.
Yeah, Furkan is there.
Yeah. And anybody, frankly, who's willing to help. I guess the real question is who's going to put the medicine in. After that, it's just a field day.
I can do it.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay, I believe in you.
You got this.
Thanks. Alright. Well, should we go mix it all together then?
Yeah.
Sure. Should we crush up the quartz and then kind of like wrap the rest of it in the seaweed?
Unless the seaweed
Like a
acts
little-
as like a binder, because it is a little bit like gelatin. Then the flower, so maybe pestle. I mean, are we looking for like the petals? Are we looking for the pollen? Would you remember if there was anything specific about how to do it?
We have to shove the thing, the food cure, when it's vomiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Can make a
'cause of the
history check.
acid ion.
History check.
Or nature or medicine. That's memory, so history.
10.
Is this for everybody or just one?
What?
Is this for everyone or just one?
Everyone. Everyone can roll one.
20, 30.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
So essentially, the specifics are everything needs to be homogenized into kind of like it's going to take on this paste. The last ingredient that you're going to add is going to be the powdered quartz. That's going to kind of make it into like a Play-Doh sort of material. And then you can make it into a ball, shove it in its mouth when it's excreting the bile, which it does every so often. So you just got to kind of stand there. Wait until the bile starts to come out, fight against the tide of the bile to shove it in its mouth, make sure it swallows it, and then people are going to have to start helping it molt, because at that point the process is going to start, and then it's going to start, it's going to start to try to break out of its shell. So you got to make sure that it molts.
Okay, so easy peasy. We're gonna add the crushed crystal last. Make like a pasty ball. And then Hazel, you are going to have to stand strong. Get it in there, and then we just hammer away. But everything else, good. Just mix it all up.
Feel like I can handle that.
Should
Now-
we enlist
Go ahead.
help?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. You see the size of that thing?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
I will go talk to Igfaith.
Okay.
You see, like, the crowd is like, you guys are huddled kind of like in the middle of like this giant crowd that's behind you guys, and you guys are in between the crowd and the crab.
Igfaith! Igfaith! Where are you?
He's right here, Sabir.
The tall
Right
Sorry,
here.
You got lost.
Literally
in the crowd.
taller than everybody else here.
I don't look up from time to time. Okay, don't have
The
a really
only
reason to
gray
anymore.
person with tattoos.
You have a family here. Only gray person.
Also very obviously seen. We spoke literally this afternoon.
I know, but there was a whole crowd here.
Okay.
Again, I did not look up. I'm sorry.
What can I do?
Normally, I stare at your tits. I mean, chest. If I look up, I look into your eyes. If I just,
What can I do for you?
you have great pectorals.
Oh God.
Would you care to help in the curing of the crab?
What would you have me do?
You seem like a strong man. Every one of your kin is gifted with strength beyond measure. Would you help me in the molting process?
What would that entail?
Ripping off the old shell.
Ripping off the old shell.
Yes.
And he looks at it. This thing is fucking massive. You want the 4 of us alone to do it.
Well, if you don't think that is enough, hopefully, you know, your stature among these people can maybe bring more.
Mike, go ahead. Nasir. And he approaches. What is the problem? What speak plainly. What is the process here?
We feed the thing the cure. It starts to molt. Once it starts to molt, we have to rip the old shell off. Or otherwise, it's basically all for naught.
So do you require assistance of my men?
Yes. Simple as that. Rip the old shell off when it starts to molt. We cannot do it alone.
Very well. He looks at Egvaith and Egvaith. Okay, everyone. Hammers, chisels, pikes, spikes. We're going to shell the crab at their mark.
But not like actually like de-shell. Like de-shell the old shell. Not like de-shell the new shell.
Okay.
We don't want to kill the crab.
Okay. I see. You see they all go, they collect some items, and then they come back. People start climbing all on top of the crab and behind it, and they prepare themselves with their sledgehammers and their spikes and their pikes and their shovels and all manner of utensils. So where are each of you standing? Hazel, I'm presuming that you're standing by the mouth.
Yes.
You guys get down by the mouth, you mix up mortar and pestle it all, mix it up, you create the Play-Doh ball. Who's going to be adding the spice?
Our resident spice lord.
I suppose it will be me.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Can we kind of cover up around him?
You can give him the help action, yes.
Natural fucking 20.
I believe you. You don't need to.
Doing it anyway, because this is fucking dope.
Okay.
Throw that in.
Nobody is the wiser. The spices, all 60 grams of the spice are added without anybody noticing. Okay. So here's basically how it works.
Some gets aerated, and you just like,
All right, are we ready to do this, everybody?
For the medicine,
It's in there.
because there's going to be a medicine check. So who's like, so you, Shun, you're adding the spice. Who's making the medicine itself? Hazel.
Sure. I guess me.
I mean, you put your hand up.
I thought you meant giving the medicine.
You're giving the medicine. Who's the main person making it?
I guess if I'm doing the spice, I'm used to pestling out stuff, so I can make it.
Okay. Make a medicine check.
Unless...
Who, me
No.
or Hazel?
Or does anybody else want it? I was just thinking thematically. But if anyone technically wants to do it.
You go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll do great.
I mean,
Yeah, but like,
okay, listen. I know,
One of you
I know
has to make a
exactly
medicine check.
I know exactly what is happening, okay? This is how I am in the kitchen. Would you like to do it?
no. It is all up to you.
If I go to lean in on this thing one more time and I hear no, you are doing it.
I shall back
Okay,
off.
go get in there.
I,
You are doing it.
what? No. I said I will back off.
Okay, Shun, make a medicine check. So wait, before you roll it, real quick. Did you roll it?
Yeah, but I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, pick it up real quick.
Okay.
All right. So here's basically what's happened. The original DC is 18. Every success for the ingredients above a 12 brings it down by 2. Your flour was a 16. That brings it down by 3. So it's 12, and then to 16, and then 20. Brings it down by each one. So 12 is a minimum, brings it down by 2. But because it's 16, brings it down by 3. So that brings it down to 15.
The fuck are you saying?
I am
what it
straight up
is.
confused.
Tell me what it is.
All right. It's originally 18.
Uh-huh.
Because of your persuasion, it comes down to 15.
Okay.
Because of your survival, it comes down to 12.
Okay.
Because of the sleight of hand, or because of the spice, because of the persuasion that you had, that you got from the Eldritch, they only rolled a 12. Brings it down by 2, so that's down to 9. And then Mr. Snuggles got you -2, so it's down to 7. So you need a DC 7 medicine check
Okay.
to make this thing effective.
Okay. I have a +1 in medicine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, y'all don't plan this thing very well. Like,
I asked.
We never do.
yeah,
asked.
Matt tried so hard, and Hazel and Sabir are like, "Who should
Well,
make
he
the
said-
medicine?"
Well,
I
he
don't
said-
know. We have the highest wisdom. We don't think about these things. Congratulations for not metagaming. Shun, roll your medicine check.
Yeah.
Come on. No.
+1
Mm,
makes it an 11.
let's go.
Yay.
Okay. You able
And
to
in my
add-
defense, he goes, I'll make it. So that in my mind was like, oh, you know, I have
And you
a
said
good...
thematically, and then of course you were like, "Don't say anything," or
But
you're
then I
doing
saw
it.
your
Say it.
face, and it was like, oh. Like, I know that.
If you say it, you do it, man. You guys are welcome to converse, but you guys gotta, make decisions. All right, 11. The medicine is effective. Now, you're giving the ball to Hazel.
Oh, crap.
You are going to wait. Are you going to feed it immediately, or are you going to wait until it's starting to vomit?
No, I'm going to wait till it starts to vomit.
Okay. Shun and Sabir, you guys are going to get on the crab to try to help break and molt the shell, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Question real fast. What kind of crab does this most resemble?
Mr. Krabs. It's like a traditional, traditional red crab, like Let me see.
I'm all about the money. Money, money, money.
Yeah, it's like a red crab.
Okay, then I would like to get like 3/4 toward the back. Yeah, then I'll explain what to do.
I'm looking for crab species to see which one I can give you that's probably the best. It looks like a horsehair crab.
Okay.
Yeah. If you look up horsehair, that's what this thing looks like, but a gargantuan scale. Okay, you're gonna go where?
I'm gonna be like 3/4 toward the back.
3/4 towards the back. Sabir, where are you going?
I'll probably go up by the claw.
Okay. Hazel. So now, the crab is surrounded by people. There are people on top, on its back. It can fit like 30 people in the oasis in the back. Hazel, you're in right in its mouth. So what you're gonna do? Everybody's standing there waiting 10, 20, 30 minutes. Is there a particular way that you want to feed the ball to the crab as it vomits? Do you have a plan, or are you just going to try to like throw yourself and shove it in there?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to go in and try to push the vomit out of the way and create me a path.
Okay.
So kind of
I'm going to give you a very clear picture. This thing's mouth is bigger than you.
Right.
The Mage Hand can handle 10 pounds. You know
Okay.
Mage Hand can only take on 10 pounds. And you're going to get a flood of bile thrown your way.
Okay.
Needless to say, Mage Hand is almost a guaranteed failure.
Okay. Then...
I wonder if we have to get this thing like an upset stomach. Right in the crab holes.
How far back from its mouth to like... Ugh, this is not gonna work. Okay. How long is its mouth?
It's an opening. It's got, like, you know, a regular crab's, like, you know, serrated mouth.
Not
and
like
it'll like
way,
open,
but
slide way. Like, how
this
far
way.
back?
yeah.
A few feet.
Okay. Then I am going to summon my wildfire spirit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just use my wild shape right there. And when it appears next to me, I am going to have it teleport me 15 feet. Can I like pre-look in its mouth so I can see it before the vomit starts coming?
It's breathing hard, and you see, like, the opening and stuff like that.
Alright, so after it's been vomiting, and I think it's near the end of the vomit, I would like to teleport myself 15 feet inside of its mouth, drop the medicine ball in hopes that maybe it's like close to, is it 15 feet? Yes. Oh, well, I don't want to hurt it. If I'm inside of it, does it have to make a dexterity saving throw?
No, it'll automatically fail the dexterity saving throw and take the fire damage.
I
It's
think
just
I'm
a
gonna have to risk
Spicy
it
meatball.
to get to make sure that the medicine ball gets in there.
An instant transmission.
Okay.
I don't know. Can I converse with my team first? Do I have to make this solo decision?
I'm gonna say we're gonna leave it at this plan for now.
Oh no! Oh, I'm scared. Oh
Hey, this is the best time. Best way to learn is by doing.
It's a gargantuan crab.
Well,
Like, how much
then
fire can it
afterwards-
do?
Can I be teleported back out? Oh no, I might die in here. Oh well.
So,
This may have been a terrible idea. I
You
love you
all
all. It is.
stand
Marco's
on.
just trying to kill you.
Take care of
Crab.
Pillow.
Where is
Pillow's
Pillow
on
in
you.
this?
I have safely put Pillow like in an observer's seat, far away from the crab, and like he is full.
Zara,
He is cute.
he is
Perfect.
plumply and chillingly sitting on Zara's pregnant belly.
Perfect.
It is up to you now, Pillow. Go. Put the medicine ball into the crab.
The sun slowly goes down. Sky turns a purplish pink with hues blue, and you can see in the opposite direction in the east the first stars to come up. Dead silence in the entire field, except for the crab's labored breathing. You hold the medicine with the ingredients in the process the Ishkatari have given you. And you haven't named your wildfire spirit, have you?
Did I name it last time? I don't think I named
It's
it.
also Pillow.
With your wildfire spirit next to you. It's a living creature, it's an elemental, we'll figure it out later. Holding, and with its instruction that when the bile starts to come out, as the wave of bile goes down, teleport you 15 feet into the crab's mouth. And then everybody feels the crab start to shudder. Shun, you said you're a little ways in the back? Are you on the crab or
Yeah.
on the side?
On top.
On top. All right. And Sabir, are you on one of the claws or on the side?
I'm going to be beside the claw.
Okay. Shun, you start to feel the crab start to shudder. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to keep your feet. And I'm going to have a bunch of other of the servants try to keep their. 2 of them fall off.
Uh, 16? Sorry, 17.
17, you get to keep your feet. The bile shoots out. Hazel, I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
As this wave, this tidal wave of bile just starts like covering you and shoving you back.
I rolled a 17, so that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're only going to take half damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw? Okay.
Yes.
Huh. That's a 2.
2.
Yeah.
You get shoved back with the tidal wave, but your familiar or your spirit teleports you in, so you don't get the full 15 feet. You get 5 feet in. You have an action. Are you gonna drop it, or are you gonna what are you gonna do?
So my action has to be to let it go. Like, that basically has to be my action.
Well, you can do
this
whatever
turn.
you want.
It's still, like, actively vomiting, though. Like, the bile is still coming out of its mouth.
coming down. Make a decision. What are you doing?
Well, if it's still actively vomiting, then I'm gonna hold it to the best of my ability until it stops.
The vomit starts to come down. You're 5 feet in its mouth. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to hold it until it stops vomiting. And then I'm gonna drop it.
Well, the vomiting is going down. There's less vomit.
By going down, do you mean coming out of its mouth?
It starts as a large wave, and it starts to decrease in volume because it's finishing its regurgitation.
Okay, so you mean going down its throat.
Going out of its throat, the level
He means that there is
instead
less
of it
vomit
being
as
up
we
here,
go.
it's now down here. Like you're now only knee deep instead of chest deep in vomit.
Okay, then I'll just drop it then.
You drop it at your feet.
I'll throw it into its mouth.
Make an attack roll
All right.
using strength.
No. So wait, when I do that, I just add my strength to it. I roll like a 20.
Roll a
and add my
d20 and
strength.
use strength.
Okay. I rolled a 9, so that's an 8.
8 will be sufficient. Oh, you can roll with advantage because you're inside its mouth.
Oh, yay. Can tell I don't do anything with strength ever. That's 11.
11 will be sufficient. It goes into its throat. You will take 15 points of damage from the bile originally excreted. You guys
Shit.
feel the crab start to shudder. Everybody needs to make attack rolls for breaking the shell.
And remember, we did take a short rest, Hazel. So if you did do a short
Yes.
rest,
I rolled for my things, my healing stuff.
Just for one thing, would my chopping have been considered a short rest?
Yeah.
Cool then.
And you'll get sneak attack, Sean.
Okay.
I got a 20.
Pass.
$19 on the die.
Pass. And I have 5 passes and 2 failures. That is sufficient. The crab shell starts to break off, falling to the side. And you can see that the vial starts to kind of like become a little more clear and a little more bubbly and a little more green. And people are just hammering away and chiseling and using the shovel and just absolutely going ham on it. And as the crab's shell starts to break away and the fresh, kind of like fleshy sort of meat from underneath the shell starts to expose, you can see that it starts to kind of like breathe a little more easily.
Uh-oh.
Steven?
You'll be back in a minute.
And with that, you are shoved back, Hazel, into the opening again. And the crab is, for all intents and purposes, cured.
Yay!
What
We
would you all
did
like to
it.
do?
It worked. So I'm out of its mouth now?
You're out of its mouth. After
Okay.
a very laborious few minutes and everybody just going ham on the crab, the crowd starts to depart a little bit. Did he text? No. The crowd starts to depart a little bit, and you see Nasir approach you all, and he says, "Thank you very much for what you have done here today."
You're very welcome. As I'm just like
Covered in gunk.
just vomit all over me. Just like,
Should we wait for Steve, or
I have no idea.
probably.
because I was thinking about calling it, like now that you guys have done the crab thing.
We can call it here,
Yeah.
because it might
Cool.
be a minute.
Yeah,
I-
he hasn't
Hazel-
come back yet.
We'll go and shower then. And then,
Oh yeah, it looks like he may have lost signal or something. Okay, I guess we'll call it here, guys.
That was fun.
Count us
Save
out,
the crab.
Hazel.
Alright, in 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.